Welcome back to the logical part of your journey in the world of 4 elements. And in this garden of life, it is quite important to choose a bridge that suits you. And some of us are more logical, some of us are more spiritual, but in this part of the journey, we will speak about the logical journey. The advantage with personal growth and personal development is so many. It has to do with ourselves, it has to do with our surroundings, and we will in many ways open the door for others as well. And that is why it is so important to have that objective at hand when you are considering what your aim is. Finding your aim is somewhat difficult because it has to do with your own behavior, and to change that pattern takes a lot of time, it demands a lot of efforts, and you have to find your balance in it all. So what is your goal where you are right now? That is the question. Now, the perspective I'm speaking of is all about the walls of fear that we build up. And standing here in Fredrikstad, besides Prince Georgs Bastion, I will of course be inspired in many ways. 4 elements speaks through us, and in this way I will try to focus on how our behavior and our priorities actually makes it possible to move on. To choose that bridge takes time and courage, and you will have a lot of ups and downs, as I have through my life. But in these surroundings, a lot of things is also possible, which I will show you. It's when you are on top of the hill that you can feel the tension and the happiness that you have succeeded with what you had decided to do. And in this registration phase, you understand that you have actually completed what you were here to do. But of course, there is a lot of ups and there is a lot of downs. So how can you maintain that balance? That is the question. Now, the great thing about finding that bridge that you find comfortable for you, where you are right now, is that you can choose from where you are. Now, what I believe is that finding that bridge is so important, and it all has to do with how well you know yourself and the containers that you are carrying, that really transports or in one or another way contains your efforts and everything that you have done to be able to get exactly where you are right now. On these rivers you can find the water lilies floating on top, which is sometimes somewhat difficult because through life we experience a lot of challenges. And through our program here at 4 Element Profile, you will be able to empty your containers, you will be able to look at your own behavior, and you will be able to create a plan that will make it easier for you in the future. Having crossed that bridge, finding somewhat of meaning, in all the efforts you have put into your life and the experiences that you have made, makes it interesting to look into some of our programs. Empowerment Bridge gives you the power to get to know yourself better, and finding that gate to yourself, to your true self, is really what life is all about. and maybe it looks like one of these. The locations here at Prince Georgs Bastion is somewhat inspiring. Talking about these walls that have been surviving, you know, for decades and centuries, makes it interesting to choose one of two options. Now, what will your aim actually be? Will it be to develop yourself, or will it be to get to know the elements better so that you can use them in your daily life, in your job, or wherever you find it suitable? On the premises of Prince Georgs Bastion from the late 17th century, we feel somewhat relaxed because a lot of things have changed through time, and through the evolution, of course, it is essential to find out what you would really like to get out of your life. And this is what we work with on the Empowerment Bridge.